the first question is briefly explain the network security and importance in protecting data and systems. So, network security involves measures and practice designed for protecting the computer networks and their data from unauthorized access, attacks, and damages. It includes technologies like intrusion detection system, firewall, and access control to safeguard the both network and sensitive information and their infrastructure. So its importance lies in protecting data, like ensuring the safety of the sensitive informations such as personal data, business data, and that they want to remain them from safeguard from cyber criminals. And other thing is like maintaining system integrity, so prevent the unauthorized access from modifying the data and damaging data which could disrupt the flow. And like the third thing is ensuring availability. The availability is the main fact in network security, like the data is available and cannot be not available by the denial of services and other type of attacks and stabling continuous service. And the other thing is compliance and reputation. So network security helps organization to comply with their legal requirements and maintain trust with the customers. So overall, network security is essential for the safeguard of both data and the system that support everyday digital operations. So our second question is explain what is a firewall and types of firewall like software, hardware and cloud based and their role in the network security. So a firewall is a network security system designed to monitor and control incoming and outgoing network traffic based on the predetermined security rules. Like it acts as the security barrier between the trusted internal network and the untrusted external network like internet. So it helps to block the malicious traffic which allowing legitimate connection, so or communication. So the types of firewall are like software firewalls. So these are the firewalls which these are the applications which are installed on the computer to serve the monitor and control network traffics. So like for example like Windows firewall, Windows security zone alarm and Commodore extra. So they protect individual device from the unauthorized access, malwares and threats. It provides you regular scans and blocks the unauthorized and suspicious materials from your network. Like the second thing is hardware firewall, physical devices designed to filter the traffic between a network and external sources. And the example of the hardware firewalls are like Cisco ASA and Fortunite, Fortigale, and Palo Alto networks. And the roles of these hardware firewalls are like these firewalls protect entire network and can handle higher volume of traffics, and they are typically placed at the perimeter of a network to monitor and control all the incoming and outgoing transfers and traffics. And the third thing is cloud based firewall. Like these are the firewalls which are hosted in cloud to protect the cloud infrastructure and services from the malicious attacks, malwares, and malicious traffic. For example, like AWS WAF, Web Application Firewall, and Azure Firewall, Cloudflare are some examples of that. These provide protection for the data and the application hosted in the cloud. They are flexible, scalable, and can secure multi-cloud or hybrid environments and preventing DDoS attacks, malicious requests, and the unauthorized access. And the next thing are like role of firewall in network security. So what are the role of the firewall in network security? So it basically the all things are done by the firewall in network security, like traffic filtering, access control, protect against attacks, malwares. It monitor the traffic for you and like firewall it monitor the logs, events, enabling network administrators to review and respond to potential security threats. And it also preventing unauthorized communications. So, in short, firewall are the fundamental components of the network security and helping to create the first line of defense against the cyber threats while enabling the secure communication between the networks. So we can start by installing my telnet and then Apache server, and then we can get its status by running this command systems sys systemctl status Apache 2, and you can see it is running. And then we can flush the IP tables for and then check by this command IP tables L, and you can see there is nothing specified here. So we can check the IP information of the machine IPA, and you can check 192.168 1.8, and then we can start by defining rules like for IP table ICMP packets output is dropped. So and output and input is dropped. We can also output one for input drop, and we can check by IP table cell, and we can try pinging our machine 198.168.1.8, and see it cannot do ping. So the ICMP traffic are blocked. Now we can go for the other things like accept and reject telnet. So we can do this thing by like simple by using protocol TCP and port number 23, and on 23 there is telnet running, so we can accept and means accept the thing doubles EPT for output and input. We can also reject it, reject it, and then we can check the state, and it is updated. So we can check by running this command telnet, and by using telnet we can try to connect the system by using hyphen L 198.68.1.8, and it cannot able to connect because we reject the input on port 23, and then we can also define some other rules for like for the HTTP request. So we can do that by using dport, in which we can accept the input and output for our HTTPS, and also we can doing reject, and we can check it on IP tables L and see it HTTPS reject with ICMP port unreachable, and telnet reject with ICMP port, and telnet the destination is anywhere from source to anywhere, and we can also block list IP addresses by using command like by using the single command for single IP address, and for multiple IP address we can use command like IP set. So IP set, we can first have to create the hash block list hash IP, and then we can assign the IP address to this block list IPsec add, and it is already added, it says, because I already added it once. Then we can IPsec list blacklist block list. So as you can see, the IP address is block list. So this is the means thing for adding rules by using IP tables in Kali Linux, and that's it. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. So our last question is, summarize the best practices for the firewall management and monitoring. So here are the summaries for the best practicals for firewall management and monitoring. Like establishing clear security roles, like define rules, like which set of rules you want, and how to control your access and your network. Specify which on which port your specifying service are running and which IP addresses are allowed or denied. Least privileges are also the part of the clear policies, like how much amount of privilege you want to give to which user or which IP address to protect the sensitive information. Regularly review and update rules. So it is the most important thing, I think, in best practices for firewall management. Like update the rules on the basis of the regular updates, like which kind of threats are in regular and common in today time, and how phishing attacks are working, like which are the patterns. So we can set those rules and apply changes in those rules according to time. And other thing is like use a layered defense system, like use multiple firewalls. Sometime the signature of the malware cannot be detected by a single firewall. So we can use multiple layers of the firewall for like malicious traffic, and such as we can use the internal firewalls, host-based firewalls, to provide comprehensive security and good infrastructure for your network. And the other thing is like limit open ports and services. So minimize the open ports, like use those ports which are means which are we have to use, and don't use unneeded, like which ports are not needed, and you close those ports. And the other thing is specifying service rules, like apply firewall rules based on specific service application to tighten your control network traffic. And implement we can also implement the logging and net monitoring. So we can monitor uh, the traffic by tools like Wireshark for detect anomalies, intrusion, or potential vulnerabilities. We can also means enforce network segmentation. So in segmentation we can create zones, segment network into different zones like public, internal, and DMZ, and use firewall control traffic between them, ensuring the sensitive data and the systems are isolated. So other thing is micro segmentation. Apply even finer segmentation on those things within the network to prevent lateral movement of the attacks. And these are the things, and we can also test the effectiveness of the firewall by penetration testing, by testing like if we were able to send the malicious traffic to the network and how it can affect the system. And we can also do vulnerability scanning, and we can check the any security holes and that could be exploited by the attacker. And the last thing is I want to tell like maintain firewall software and hardware. Update regularly those hardware and softwares, and capacity planning. Ensure your firewall can handle current and future network traffic loads without becoming a bottleneck. And I can also think in network security we can use honeypots to trap, to lure down the hackers to into a trap and get them. By following the best practice, you can ensure the firewall are well managed and provide strong ongoing protection for your networks. That's all. Thank you.